Hi everyone, thanks for stopping back again. Happy to see you all coming back in for another visit. This video is going to cover the power steering reservoir under the hood, the radiator overflow, a little bit of the wiring, some of the various things that are underneath the hood. So I hope you enjoy it, and again, we'll keep this one a short one for you. So here's the factory radiator mounts. We cut them out of the Crown Vic and welded them onto the existing F100 radiator support. And we will use the stock brackets and bushings to mount the radiator in those. Here's the lower radiator bracket. Dan made up a bracket and welded it to the frame for the radiator to sit in. And here's the upper bracket, again with the factory bushings in place now, and the driver's side, and the lower bracket on the driver's side again. Here's a few more shots of the upper brackets in place. Again, just cut them right out of the Crown Vic and welded them to the radiator support of the F100. Puts the radiator back far enough so that we'll be able to add an air conditioning condenser in front of it and have plenty of room for that, and the transmission cooler also. Here's the power steering reservoir bracket, again welded to the radiator support. This bracket will hold the reservoir, and the lip that is up there will have a clamp going around the reservoir container just to hold it securely in that bracket. And here are some brackets that were put onto the fender well to support the radiator overflow bottle. And here's another shot of it with the overflow bottle in place. In this shot, you can see the air filter assembly laid out along with the cooling fan attached to the radiator, which gives us just enough room between the fan and the alternator and the belts. Here we have the inner fender wells and the radiator support painted. Turned out pretty good. And we'll get ready to get this front end back onto the truck very shortly. So one more thing I wanted to show you here is the fuel pressure regulator. We have a supply line coming up from the fuel tank, and this will regulate the fuel via a vacuum line here and send that over to the fuel rail, and then any fuel not used will go here and be returned back to the tank. This is the fuel pressure gauge, and Dan will dial that in once we get the truck running. And this is similar to systems on pre-1999 cars. Well, here's just a short walk around in the engine bay. Pretty much finished up. Got the battery there. Overflow bottle mounted for the radiator. Most of the cables are wrapped up in the plastic tubing. That's the old cover. I'm going to clean that up before we finalize that. Air cleaner mounted it in place. tucked back in here is the power steering reservoir. Have the proportioning valve for the rear brakes mounted right over there onto the brake booster. And we left room for a AC condenser for a future add-on. That's the trans cooler tucked in right in there. And everything's starting to come together pretty well. Well, that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. The next one you see, we're hoping to be starting the truck up for the first time. So let's keep our fingers crossed, and I'll see you in a few weeks. Take care.